Hello, everyone. Welcome to Laveda TV. These are channels that I try to educate people about spirituality, the matter about spiritual factors. If you're new here, consider subscribing, like our video, as share as much as possible. Today, I've brought a topic that is of importance into our lives, and it is very important to consider about this because it's something that have been disturbing people, and something maybe if you never knew about it, and if you take cane and you take your time to listen about it, I know in one way or another it's going to help you. So today's topic I want to talk about spiritual dolls. You are spiritual dolls. I don't know whether you know each and everything that happens in the realm or in the physical realm. It is a representation of whatever was happening or whatever happens in the realm of the spirit. And when I talk about this, you're supposed to understand that mostly, for instance, you find that if in every country there are boundaries, there are fences, and there is a point at which that boundary ends. Therefore, you find that in every country there is a gate going or directing to another country, and the same way you find gates and boundaries and whatever is the same thing that happens in your life. In every county, maybe when you get into countries, every county you find there is always a gate, and every time you are passing that gate, you are ever welcomed, or they welcome you, or they wave you goodbye. And that's the point that even if you don't see the fence, or that bit you are not seeing the where the boundary ends, you're supposed to understand that you are entering into a new county. And from that, maybe that boundary or from that gate, languages start changing, things, the way the things they do things start changing. And you find each and every gate or each and every territory or each and every, after you cross a certain boundary, maybe if you're moving from one country to the other, after you cross a certain boundary or a certain gate, you find that there is a new governance of that country or that county. Therefore, the same thing you're supposed to understand about the spirituality, the issue of the spiritual matter. This is the same way that happens because everything that you see in the physical aspect is just was a representations of what was is being done in the spiritual. It's not that we ignore things, but that's exactly whatever happens in the spiritual realm. And therefore, in your life spiritually, there are gates, there are doors, there are boundaries, and there are fences. Every time you're entering into a certain territory, or maybe a certain compound, you find there are gates. Every time you're entering your house, you find there is a door, and for you to be secure, you always lock your door. The same thing happens spiritually. Therefore, I'll be explaining like I'll give you an example, or I'll be taking you through several doors that you have spiritually in your body. You're supposed to understand that most of the time we don't know ourselves. Right now, if I try to ask you, or if I try to ask you how your organs look like, you cannot explain it. No one can explain or can tell how their organs look like. Therefore, you find that it's always very, very critical. It's always uh, very wise when you are following these things spiritually. And it's good, at least you guard your spiritual arenas. It's good you guard spiritual grounds, your spiritual boundaries, and also it's good you know about spiritual doors, your spiritual doors. It's very important because so many people don't know about this, and maybe it come to haunt them in one way or another. You're supposed to understand that I did take you through about the generational issues After you deal with your generational issues, then it comes to your personal issues. There are those things that were generated from your family, but there are those things that generated by you, either knowingly or unknowingly. If you leave these things unattended, you're going to find your life messed. Therefore, I have a number of spiritual doors that I want to take you through in your body. Number one, and as I tackle this topic, it is very, very. You're always supposed to actually always take care of yourself. Always take care of yourself. Don't go exposing yourself to everyone. It is very wise that you really take care of your spirituality or your spiritual issues, because at one point or the other, that's how people are attacked, and people are living a very confused life without knowing where they were attacked from. Therefore, number one spiritual door that I'll be talking about, it is your forehead here. I'll be talking about your forehead, which is a very important bit. That one also acts with the is here and also your face. These are your first spiritual gate, I mean doors that you have. And every time when you go to a church without your realization, and you leave a pastor or someone you don't know, you expose them or you give them permission to touch you here or here. At one point or the other, there is a door that you are opening in your life. And the Bible says that we are supposed to guard our gates and our doors. These parts that I've touched or I've mentioned are very crucial in your life, because this is where, indoors, that's where spiritual exchanges happen. In one way or another, you might find that some things are exchanged through those gates. And therefore, every time that you meet a man of God or someone that you don't know, and you leave them to touch you on your forehead. Actually, I have also met some cultural customs, or some some customs, or some some tribes whereby they greet you by your head. They greet you from here, of which for me is a very crucial bit of it, because if someone touched you from the head, from the whole, I'm not going against certain customs, or not going against certain beliefs. But every time that happens, you're supposed to be always be very careful, because exchanges, it can be either exchanges, the demonic exchanges, or spiritual exchange. Therefore, when a pastor or someone who is elderly or someone else just touch you from the forehead, they can either deposit evil matters, or they drew or they drain from you something important, or some important things from you. Therefore, you're supposed always to take care and guard your door. Never allow people to touch you from your forehead, from your forehead, or from your head, without knowing, because here we have a spiritual door. And therefore, if someone want to deposit that matters in your life, they will use that door. That's the reason as to why maybe after a certain period of time, you went to a certain church or you went to a certain place, but when they held your head, then from there, you've been experiencing some things that you cannot tell, or you cannot be able to understand, because there was some spiritual exchange that happened during that time. Therefore, don't at any given time live a life without enlightenment. Number two, it is your eyes, your visual. This is another very important door in your spiritual realm. Remember, if you don't have eyes, life becomes dark, and your eyes can open you to so many grounds. Remember, your eyes is what tempt you to see. It's through seeing that you get tempted. And so many things and so many issues are welcomed through visual. People use their eyes to see things, and you can see using your eyes. And therefore, if you don't take care of this spiritual door, then you might find yourself losing it all. And sometimes you find that you're supposed to check the things that you see. Choose to see what is good. Choose to see whatever is of spiritual help to you. Because through eyes, so many people have watched pornography. So many people have watched violent, I mean, contents, and you find that you are dirtifying your spirituality. It is through your eyes that your spirituality is largely destroyed, because whatever you see through your eyes or whatever you choose to watch actually can mess your life. The things I am I give my eyes permission to see that can mess me. And you find that actually where we've reached in the world, there are so many things that we are supposed to choose not to see, especially here online. There are content that you are not supposed to you're supposed to have discipline about them, especially pornography and these issues that people are involving with, because at one point or the other you are messing with your spirituality, and according to what you see, then it will control your spirituality. Another thing, certain demons will enter through certain gates, because there is no one who will enter somewhere without a gate. Therefore, there are certain demons that will enter through you through visual. When you see certain things, you welcome certain demons in your life, especially the demons of harlotry, or prostitutions and the like. When you watch pornography, you open so many channels. And remember, no demons will come into your life without yourself opening a certain gates or a certain door. Therefore, always be very watchful of what you see, whatever you virtue or you visualize. It is very important. Choose to see whatever is of importance to you, whatever will benefit your life, or whatever will add value in your life. It is always very important to guard our spirituality. Therefore, there are so many things that through seeing, you see things. If you are used to watching violence videos and violence contents, at one given times you might find that you have welcomed a certain demons that will trigger you to be violent. Number three, it is your ears. This is another spiritual door that is very important in your life. And you find that whatever you hear or whatever you listen to can welcome certain spirits in your life. The kind of the music you listen to can either build you or can you either pull you down. There are places that you decide to be, and those people are insultive. So the more insultive they are, you are going to welcome certain demons in your life, because through hearing, this is a gate. And when I hear certain things or certain things in my life, then I'm welcoming certain evil things or certain evil matters in my life. Therefore, it's always very important to choose whatever you listen to. Don't listen to any music because people are listening to certain music. Choose the kind of the music you want to listen to. You're supposed to understand, when I want to listen, I want to be built spiritual wise. I listen to maybe gospel music. I listen to preaching, and also I choose to go listen to those people who can build me up. Through healing, I can really build my life, or I can really clubber my life. The kind of the content I can hear, I can listen to, this is what will build my life up. And whatever content I listen to, this will destroy my life, because we get education through listening. You go to a teacher and you listen to certain contents, or you certain to uh, uh, you listen to certain educational matters, and then you'll be built up. You will learn all the things, you learn them through hearing. You only hear things and then you learn and you get educated. Therefore, this is one of the door, a very important door that you are supposed always to guard, because it plays a very big role in your life. The kind of the things are going to be released to you. The kind of the things you hear from people. If you're used to hear, maybe if you're used to listening to dirty contents or dirty matters, it will only take you a very short period of time. Then from there, you find that your life, you start behaving like those people you heard about, because there are certain demons that you will come to through hearing. There are certain demons you invited in your life, because demons will always enter through certain doors and certain gates. Therefore, when we welcome certain demons or we welcome certain evil spirits through healing, then they will enter into your life, which is very dangerous. Number, I've talked about the forehead, I've talked about the eyes, I've talked about the ears. So number 4, it is your mouth. This is a very another powerful door in your life. And you're supposed to understand that through your mouth, you can welcome curses, and through your mouth, you can curse other people. Through your mouth, you can feed dirty matters and dirty stuffs, of which this is a wide range, is a wide thing. When I talk about your mouth, it is a door that welcomes so many dirty factor. And therefore, I will start by words. The kind of words you utter to people, or the kinds of words you emulate, or the kind of words you produce to others, will really welcome either demonic forces or spiritual forces. You can use this door to control crowds. You can use this mouth to teach people, like I am doing. I'm using my mouth to give you building words, and if you take them seriously, they will help you in one way or the other in life. Therefore, these are very spiritual, I mean, a powerful door that if I welcome, or if I tend to use it in the wrong way, then I might release certain things or certain dirty matters that are going to mess my life. The kind of the word I utter to people, or the kind of the word I decide to give to people, will really matters, because depending on how you utter these words, then you might uh, you might utter some insults towards certain people, and they're also them, they utter insults towards you, and these insults will be powerful towards your life. Whatever you utter towards your children, or those towards your junior, if you are a senior person somewhere, always take care of this door. Take care of of your mouth, because you can utter wrong words towards your juniors, and they will be affected. If you're a preacher, or if you're a man of God who is gifted spiritually, or you are if a figure of authority, maybe you are something governing in certain positions in the government, or certain position in the society, and you've been chosen, or you've been anointed as one person who is supposed to bless others. Always take sure, because you'll be judged through using this door, because the kind of things you release towards people will have an effect, and it can also have a effect on you, because you'll be judged in one way or the other. Therefore, this door, it really plays a very big role in our life, and if we are not careful about it, we might mess people's life, or you might mess your life in one way or the other. In this bit, I think this door has A and B. I have talked in part A. Therefore, part B is all about the kind of things you eat. The kind of the things you eat. As I told you through a previous video that I did there before, I told you the kind of things you eat in events, in places, really matters in your life. You can be messed through food. Through food, People have made covenant without their knowledge. Through food, people have messed their life. And if you're not careful, the kind of the things you eat, especially if you're a spiritual gifted person, people will mess you through foods. People will destroy your life through what you eat. Don't just go around and take things from people that you don't know. Don't go around take things that you have not analyzed spiritually for you to understand if I'm supposed to take these things or I'm not supposed to. Because at one given point or the other, you might find that yourself, you are identifying your whole self, you are satisfying your spirituality. You will mess your whole being spiritually. And therefore, this is a door. And all those things will always pass through this door. That is your mouth. They will always go through your mouth. Therefore, always be careful of whatever you eat. Be careful of whatever you take, because in one way or another, they might mess your life either with your knowledge or without your knowledge. And always pray, pray, pray for whatever you eat before eating them. Even the Bible says and draws a line of what we are supposed to eat and what we are not supposed to eat. Why did God had to give a command of the things that we are supposed to take or the things we are supposed to eat? He knew that at one given point or the other, we might identify our own self. We might identify our spirituality. Therefore, it's always very important. Don't just go eating things because you found them. Don't just go eating things because someone bought you. Don't just go eating things because you are hungry. Always have a choices of where you eat and also what you eat. Because at one point, even when there are initiations, in cult initiations, you are given things through your mouth. They know when they give you certain drinks or certain foods, they are going to mess your whole self. They are going to dirtify your spirituality. And you're supposed to understand God or the power of the Holy Spirit always is lest in your belly. Therefore, when your whole self or when your belly is dirtified through through food, then that means even your spirituality in large is destroyed or it's is altered. Take care always. This is a very powerful door, and most people and many people has been nailed down or has been pulled down through these kind of gates or doors, and their lives has been messed completely. I'll just go through the major doors that we have. Number 5 is your palm. Your palm. Always take care of whatever you receive, and whatever you always take care of whatever you give. Through your hearts you receive, and through your hearts you release. Therefore, at one given point, you might find that you are receiving dirty matters and wish or some things that will welcome evil spirits in your life, because through your hearts is a gate. Always take care and be careful of the people you greet along your way. Don't just go greeting everyone you meet along your way, because sometimes some people have a spiritual power to weigh you and to destroy your life through a handshake. Through a handshake, so many things has been destroyed. You only need to have a handshake with someone, and your life is done, and you exchange your issues and your matters to that person. Because the way you see things, people walk, don't think that's how you know them. That's how you know them. Some people are so deep in the realm of the spirits. Some witches, if they want to destroy your life, they will just have a greet of you. They will just have a shake of hands, and they will weigh the kind of spiritual power you have. Why do they do this? Because when you greet them, they have spiritual connections of a certain door in your life. Therefore, some greetings, it is not necessary to go greeting everyone you meet around. Always choose and be wise to greet whoever you greet, or to share greetings with whoever you meet. Number 2, part B, always be careful of whatever you release. Don't just give anything. Don't give your money, like I've been telling you from previous videos. There are some people that you give your money and then your life is done. Your life will be messed. And that one only happens through your hearts. And through your hearts, you can receive blessings. Some people, when they shook hands with certain individuals, their life changed. Therefore, the kind of the things you do with these gates really matters in your life. And it is a very important gate or a door in your spiritual aspect in life. Some people don't know because these doors are very important in your life. And depending on how you do with them, really plays a very big role in your life. Another door that I'll be talking about, number 6, is your genitals, where you exage your sexual desires, all where you fulfill um, um, the generational purpose of God. The reason as to why God created your genitals or your private part, it is for you to for reproduction. Any other bit apart from reproduction, you were supposed to find that it really mess your life. In one point or the other, you are messing your life. And therefore, you find that through reproduction or through the things that you release through reproduction, through sexual intercourse, you welcome or you open so many gates in your life. The moment you sleep with someone who have slept with like maybe 10 people, that means you have shared multiple spirits. And at one given point, you have opened door. And therefore, if the devil wanted to attack you in one way or the other, you not just hold back and tell and resist yourself, because at one given point or at one given point or the other, you have opened certain gates. And we are the only people who open gates to certain demonic authority through the things we do and through the involvement we operate in our day-to-day life. Therefore, that's the reason as to why you've watched so many people and you have had people educate people about the spiritual aspect of it, because this is a very wide door, a door that is really loved by demonic kingdom to torment people. Many people, many leaders, and many people in the spiritual realm have been destroyed through this channel. People who were to be kings and people who are supposed to hold certain authorities and higher authorities in the society were destroyed through sexual sexual gates or sexual intercourse. Someone like David, or someone like the life of David was really messed up through this door. It was really messed through these gates. And he did welcome other people or things in his circles that really made God to be angry about him. Therefore, you're supposed to always be take care of your private part. Don't just go do things exposing to people or sleeping around with people who you don't understand. Exegesis, there is a very big exegesis that is being done through sexual intercourse. You find that demonic people, or if demons want to mess your life, they will send someone who is demonically energized to come and sleep with you. And then from there, if you're a spiritually gifted person, they will drain or they will steal whatever they wanted to steal. So many stars, so many uh, potential life has been stolen through this way. And every time when you find that you involve yourself sexually with someone who is dirty, you find that your life becomes dirty. And that from that bit, your life become messed. If you involve yourself sexually with someone who is poor, then the spirit that was carried in that person for him to be poor will be drawn or will be subject or will be injected to you. And from that point, you find that your life will change. Therefore, it is very, very wise to always take care of the things, all these doors that I'm really talking about, because from the talk of it, you might find as if it's simple, but when they take all these things happens in your spirituality. That's the reason as to why you find so many people, a number of people are totally confused. They don't know whether to go left, they don't know whether to go right, they don't know whether to go forward or back, because after involving themselves with certain individuals or with certain that people, their life were messed up. And it is always good, don't just go opening your doors to each and every person you meet. If you only know about yourself, if you always care about yourself, there are some things that you can guard and guard for life. And when you guard them, you find that your life become totally different. Through exchange of these things, your life can automatically or completely change, and you start living either a positive life or a negative life. Number seven door that I will be talking about, it is your palm. I mean the sore, the sore part of your foot. You will always find that through this part or through this door, you dominate. For instance, right now, if I want to dominate a certain area, I will just use my foot. If I step on those foot, and then God told the Israelites, whatever, whichever place that you set your foot in, then I release that that place for you. Therefore, that means God knew, or God gave us the power to dominate using our foot, our soul. Everywhere you step, or everywhere you step on, and you decide to dominate, that means that's what is going to happen. At the same time, you can be destroyed using this door. Your life can be really messed using this using this part of a door, and you find that to some point, maybe for those people who have visited evil places, for those people maybe who have visited witchcraft altars, maybe some people who have visited divination altars, and so forth and so forth. You find that their life were messed completely because they dominated areas that were cast. They dominated areas that were not pleasing to God, and therefore they dominated. There are some exchange that happened from that bit. You find that their life were messed. Therefore, the kind of places you actually visit, you're supposed to always take care. You find that there are some witches from certain places. If they want to destroy your life, they will just pour some things, some powders, and when you step on them, then they will be in a position to hack your life. They will hack your life without your knowledge. Therefore, these are another important door that you really need to take care of. You're not just supposed to be just to just step on any place. And also you can use it positively, because if I want to dominate a certain place, and I want now to, from now I declare that from this day I want to dominate this land. I just go there and then declare words, and I will dominate it through the power that I've been given in the realm of the spirit. Therefore, these are spiritual. There's a very powerful, a powerful door. I can either receive, or I can either release, or I can either destroy my life through this door. Therefore, according to the analysis that I've taken you through, I know you've learned something out of it, because I've taken you through the very major doors of your life, of your body. Some people live with these doors, but they really don't know about them. Always take care. Be careful of the things you do. Always take care of the things you perfect in life. And these things, I know they are really going to either help you and build your life up, because we 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 fail because of uh, we don't have proper information. But if you have proper informations about our lives and about our day-to-day issues, then that means we are destroying our life. Therefore, you always need to be very careful, always need to be watchful. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to our video. Always take care that you are subscribed to our videos. Share as much as possible. And as Laveda Fraternity, we will be glad to always supply as much knowledge as God help us. Therefore, thank you very much and God bless you.